So I came across this person that is a transgender person themselves, and they made some really good points that I felt like, wow, I should definitely address this, because I think that they made some good points. And because it's coming from somebody that is transgender, or I'm not sure if they're transgender or transsexual, but they are a trans woman, it says on their profile. So, but they're just very honest about it. And not a lot of people are really honest to this level about this. So I feel like this is something that needs to be showcased. And if you are on Twitter, please follow them if you like what they're saying. So their screen name is, I hope it's not offensive. I don't know that it is, but it's OOGABOOGA. Ooga Booga.
Ooga Booga.
So they said, okay, this might sound crazy, but I'm gonna say it.
Or hi, my name is Bob.
Saying trans women are women is transphobic. Hear me out. That caught my attention completely. I'm like, whoa, really? And this is from somebody who is a trans woman. Like, no, it erases their identity. And they're going to get into why. So when you say that trans women are women, the implication that comes with that is saying that trans women are identical to biological women. Either that or the difference between trans women and biological women is so small and insignificant that it can be overlooked. So that's, if you say that trans women are women, that's what you're saying, that there is minimal biological differences between us. And that, I mean, I know that that's not true. I have fully examined both sexes. Okay. And there's definitely differences. So then their next thread here says, the whole point of being trans is acknowledging that you weren't born as what you want to be. It is the act of acknowledging that you're not what you want to be, and then doing everything in your power within your capabilities to try to emulate what you want to be. And there's nothing, I don't have any problem with an adult doing that. Adults want to do that, that's fine. The whole point is acknowledging that you're not what you want to be, and you're trying to cope with that by emulating what you want to be. Hence the process of transitioning. Hence being trans. I hope you're following along, because this is worded so well. And then they go on to say, if trans women are already women, what's the point of transitioning then? What's the point of calling them trans at all? Why would you make it a distinction of trans women in the first place if they're already women? It made complete sense what they were saying here. Oh, I should be liking this as I go, so I know. So by saying that trans women are women, you're erasing the trans part of them. You're overlooking that they're trans by just saying that they're women, which then means they wouldn't have to transition at all since they're already women. Do you see the contradiction there? Yeah. So by saying that trans women are women, you're erasing the trans part of them. You're overlooking that they're trans by just saying that they're women, which means they wouldn't have to transition at all since they're already women. Like, women don't need to transition to be women because we are women, right? So, like, if you're saying that trans women are women, then you're erasing the trans part. You are erasing trans people. So they go on to say, if trans women are women, then there's no need to celebrate them being trans at all, because they're just women then. It shouldn't be trans pride or trans joy. It should just be women's pride and women's joy. But you'll never hear them call it that. It's true. The trans part does give a differentiate. It does differentiate between the two. And I think that that's important. So you'll always hear them highlight the fact that they're trans, and you'll always hear them celebrate it from the angle of being trans. But that directly clashes with their narrative, and trans women are women. You see that clash there? I see that clash. If trans women are already women, then there's no need to call them trans at all. There's no need for them to transition. There's no need for them to be lumped in with trans people for any reason. I mean, they're just making way too much sense here. Like, what is happening? The implication that comes with saying that trans women are women is that trans women are identical to biological women. And there are some people out there who do genuinely believe that. So then what's the point of calling them trans if they're already the same? And then they go on to say the fact that they celebrate trans pride and trans joy automatically indicates that they understand that trans women are different than biological women. But yet they go around parroting the phrase over and over again and kind of contradictory to the narrative. They're all about celebrating trans people, but then they go and say that trans people are identical to their desired counterparts. So then that defeats the purpose of referring to them as trans at all. And in turn, that defeats the purpose of celebrating trans people at all. Yeah, if there's no trans people, then what do you celebrate? It doesn't make any sense. This is so by saying that trans women are women, you're kind of indirectly overlooking the fact that they're trans and ignoring their transition and basically saying that they don't exist, which can be interpreted as being incredibly transphobic. I think that they word this so well. It outlines exactly how it does. You know, I mean, if you're saying that trans women are women and you're repeating that mantra over and over again, then you are erasing trans people. You're erasing transsexuals. I'm going to have you follow them, Steve, because they need more followers. So what do you think of that, Steve?
I think the article made a lot of sense.
That wasn't an article.
The tweet?
Yes.
The words you were reading?
Yes.
Seem to have some coherence to them. I think that person might be onto something.
I think they're onto some truth here.
And Lady Alex said, I don't want to celebrate anybody. And I said, I want to celebrate Lady Alex. And like, you know, all the people that I like, that I dig. And she said, okay, I can dig that.
Well, I don't want to erase anybody, you know, like at the same time, no. You know, we have trans people that are in our life, but we're very honest about biology and the existence of it. Like,
yes, Snowy. Yes. The answer is yes. That's all you have to know. I think the funniest thing that has happened in this chat room, at least during this show, has been the juxtaposition of me talking about tube amps, solid state amps, and trans stuff and women. And all of that gets really conflated super easy because you have tubes and amps, you have tubes and women that are actual women. And like, you know, there's all these different points of, and solid state and transistors is very close to transitioning. There's a lot of similar syntax, if you will. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh my gosh.